Hello everyone. So we're starting with the second part of the chapter Motion of the Earth. In the earlier lecture, we have seen about rotation and revolution. What is the difference between rotation and revolution? We have seen that, and even we have cleared the orbital plane term, what it mean, then circle of illumination, what it is. Then we have seen why we are having after 4 years leap year. Okay, if you are not clear about this all, you can watch the part 1 video. In that everything is clear. And today we will take the topics, which is summer solstice and winter solstice and equinoxe. Okay, so let's start with this. Before this, we will take the revision or once a recap. We have seen that Earth rotates on its own axis, and that is called rotation. And due to rotation, day and night occurs. And Earth spins around the sun, and it's called revolution. And due to revolution, season changes, that is spring, summer, autumn, winter. On the earth we are having these seasons. Now here, can you see this diagram? This, it is a revolution of the earth and the season. How season changes, how summer comes, how winter comes, how autumn comes. Okay, we will understand. Everything depends on the sun. Everything. If the sunlight on the earth is more, definitely heatness will be more. And the can you say in which season we are having the more heat? That is summer. Okay, so if the amount of sunlight on the earth's surface, wherever it is more, then that area will be called as a summer one. Okay, and wherever there is chilled or cold, it will be called as a winter. Okay, so we will study about this with this diagram. Also, some of the diagrams I have mentioned here. Okay, now here first we will cover the term, that is summer solstice. What happens here? Come to this diagram. Can you see this one? 21 June. 21 June is called that from that duration from that date is known as summer solstice date. Why? Because this is the earth and it is tilted. The northern part is tilted and southern part is away. Okay, so here northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, so the rays of the sun falls directly on the Tropic of Cancer. If this southern part is tilted towards the sunlight, so definitely it will receive the more sunlight, and this will receive more sunlight and this area will be more heated. This area near the poles receive less heat as the rays of the sun are slanting, and here at the bottom and here at the poles, this is pole. Okay, so this area is also pole, so here reaching of the sunlight amount is very less, so the heatness will be less as compared to this tilted area. So this northern hemisphere is getting light from the sun, so it is a summer in this region. Okay, so what's the reason? See, during this time, that is 21 June, what happens here near the northern hemisphere? It is summer in the northern hemisphere because due to presence of high heat from the sun, and that is opposite to the southern hemisphere of that earth, that is winter in the southern hemisphere. Can you understand this? Like if in the northern hemisphere there is summer, so in the southern hemisphere it will be winter. So this makes the season changes. Similarly, it will be what? The longest day and the shortest night. The day will be longest and the shortest night during this condition. And at this time, southern hemisphere, all this condition are reversed. We have seen that condition of the southern hemisphere is reversed, and it is winter season here. Here it is winter season, and northern hemisphere is having the summer season. The nights, and if it is winter, the nights are longer than the days. So this position of the earth is called summer solstic. It is called summer solstic. See, here it is summer solstic because this northern area is receiving more heat, and here it is called summer season occurs, and at the southern here it is a less amount of heat is received. That's why it is known as winter in the southern hemisphere. Now come to the 22nd December. Here what happens, just see this image. Now this pole is tilted away from the sun. Can you see this pole, this axis is tilted away from the sun? It means that the heat of the sun will be less towards this area, but it will be more towards this area. Okay, and you can see that if this area is receiving less heat, definitely it will be winter here. And if the southern portion of the earth is receiving more sunlight, definitely it will be summer over here. Okay, so 22nd December, near the Tropic of Cancer, receive the direct rays of the sun as the south pole tilts towards it. Because from here, south pole is tilting toward, this is south pole, and the other south pole is tilting towards sun. And northern hemisphere is moving away from the sun. So largest portion of the southern hemisphere gets light. Therefore, it is summer in the southern hemisphere. Similarly, reverse happens in the northern hemisphere. So this position of the northern hemisphere is called winter solstic. Now, from this image, you will have more clear idea. See here. Can you see here at the Tropic of Cancer, they are getting the more hours of darkness. So it means that here it will be summer, and at the northern side it will be winter. Come to this, that is 21st March and 23rd September. This situation is known as equinoxe. Okay, equinoxe, it means that equal day and night. Equinoxe means equal day and night. Here it will be. Earlier what we have seen, if it is summer, then the nights are longer and days are shorter. Okay, and if it is winter, days are longer and nights are shorter. We have seen that. Okay, so here similar thing not happens at the equinoxe position. Here day and the night are equal. Now what happens here on 21st March and September 23rd, direct rays of the sun falls on the equator. Direct sun rays falls on the equator. At this position, neither of the pole is tilted towards the sun, so the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. This is called equinoxe. Here what happens, there is no tilting of any of the positions, so throughout the earth or throughout the equator is receiving the sun rays. Okay, so on 21st March and 23rd March, day and night is equal. From this image also you will have the clear idea. Okay, so this thing is clear. If it is tilted towards the sun, it means that it will receive the more sunlight and will be called as a summer in that hemisphere. And if it is away from the sunlight, then it will be called as a winter hemisphere. And if the northern part is turning towards the sun, it is called summer solstice. If the winter hemisphere or the northern hemisphere is turning away from the sunlight and it is having the winter, then it will be called as a winter solstice. So I hope so you have understood this all topics. I request you to go and read the chapter and once again watch both the videos so that you will have the clear idea about this. Thank you so much.